increasingly use our phones for communication and entertainment for a young age, it is crucial to consider the potential dangers of unsupervised internet use and the lack of media literacy education for children. This is not a distant concern, but a pressing issue that requires immediate attention. In this day and age, where AI is constantly changing the way we use social media, we must teach children how to properly analyze and critically think about what is real or not on the internet, as well as the proper use of the internet, including how to post responsibly. In the current era of social media, young people no longer rely on traditional TV news outlets, broadcast radios, or newspapers for information. Instead, they gather it from platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat. It should be a priority among parents and teaching professionals to educate today's young children about the pitfalls of internet. This documentary will explore the various attitudes and activities exhibited by young adults whose lives have been significantly shaped by this form of communication technology, as well as the different dangers one can encounter online.
What are these different dangers? Well, social media, like social world, is everywhere. These media are like oxygen. We breathe in the media like breath in oxygen. Our breathing is also non-conscious, and this non-conscious activity poses a problem, especially with algorithm-driven feeds. Young people can breathing in a kind of poison to their minds. This poison can manifest in various ways, from exposure to violent or inappropriate content to the risk of cyberbullying and the spread of misinformation. The more that children use social media, the more likely they are to see violent, unfair, or false information without meaning to, without being consciously aware of how their understanding of the world is being shaped and altered. These kinds of content can create four quite negative effects in children. First, the influence on their values can be damaging. Children are still learning what is right and wrong. If they encounter unfair and false information repeatedly, they may start to believe it. This phenomenon is known as the illusion of truth effect, where people mistakenly believe lies and perceive them as the truth. Secondly, mental stress and uncomfortable feelings are also problems that can stem from seeing vulgar and unkind content. This kind of content can cause children to feel frightened, sad, or necessarily worried. If they see something negative about themselves or their family or friends, like the viral tweet or video calling, the people of Okinawa a discriminatory word. This can do damage to their self-esteem and mental state. Thirdly, problems like bullying and online fights, children might believe lies and attack others, or they might be attacked by others. Sometimes they want to do right things, but they become worried without knowing it. Lastly, they could stop thinking for themselves and get addicted. If they continue to watch intense and shocking content, they may become accustomed to it and think it is normal. Additionally, if the same kind of information continues to appear due to algorithm, they may stop thinking independently and develop a narrow way of thinking. That being said, we asked our interviews about their experience with the internet and social media and how these affected their day-to-day lives.
What What sorts of dangers or negative feelings or experiences have you encountered since using a smartphone or social media?
So my very first encounter with the dangers of using my smartphone was when I first started using social media, which was a Google Plus account back in grade 6. And at that time, I didn't have any private information such as my full name, address, or any name, age out on my account. But I had a guy just coming and harassing me, telling me that he'll find my address and that he will sexually assault me. And that whole experience just really terrified me. It kind of went on for a few days. And so after that, I deleted my account and I just stopped using that specific Google Plus account. So.
How did it affect your everyday moving forward?
I think with all the social media accounts I use right now, I make sure to keep it private and only have my friends and families to be able to view it. And yeah, I think that's...
If you had learned about media or digital literacy, do you think you would have encountered these dangers or negative feelings or experiences? In what ways would your actions on the internet have changed?
So I actually took media studies last semester, and I think that we kind of fall into the victim of these dangers in media because of just the lack of knowledge we have. And I think especially with myself, because I'm a very curious person, I like to do things without thinking much of the dangers that it can come with this curiosity. So yeah, I think learning about it is very important.
Okay, so last question. Do you think something like digital literacy should be taught more to younger children in schools to protect them from these negative experiences?
Yes, I definitely do think that they should be taught, especially because the younger generation right now, a lot of them have access to just media in general, whether it be YouTube or Instagram or any sort of media. And there's just a lot of predators out there who can kind of the internet is very unknown, and there could be just anybody who's waiting to just prey on innocent children who don't really know the dangers or just anything about social media. So I think it is very important to teach them.
本を使うようになってからどんな危険や嫌な気持ち経験をしたことがありますか？それは日常生活にどう影響しましたか？
架空請求メールが届いたり、身に覚えのない認証メールが届いたりしたことが不安に感じました。
もしメディアリテラシーやデジタルリテラシーについて学んでいたら、そういった危険やネガティブな経験を防げたと思いますか？インターネット上での行動はどのように変わっていたと思いますか？
危険を避けることができたと思います。
In our interview, our interviewees provided us with good examples of what any of us can experience when using the internet. We want to take a closer look at unauthorized use of digital content and the consequences it upholds. An elementary school student used an artist's artwork as their profile icon without permission, which is a direct violation of the digital copyright laws under unauthorized use of digital content. When the artist posted on their Twitter about the situation, netizens quickly figured out that the account holder who violated these laws was in elementary school through the post. Soon after, the elementary school student received tons of hate comments, ultimately making him or her delete their account, effectively bullying them off the internet. This may seem like a simple mistake by a child, but it highlights something much deeper: the lack of digital literacy and how severe the consequences can be. Digital literacy is not just about using devices. It means understanding what is right and wrong in online spaces and how our actions can affect not only ourselves, but also others. It includes learning about copyright, respecting digital creators, and understanding the dangers of oversharing. It also teaches us how to protect our privacy in a safe and responsible manner. Without digital literacy, even small actions can have huge consequences, such as being publicly shamed, doxxed, or emotionally hurt. That's why digital literacy is more than just a skill. It's a foundation for living safely in the digital world. The internet can be a wonderful place, but only if we learn how to navigate it wisely. What does it mean to be a competent user of the internet who can understand and negotiate through the dangers presented to online users? We suggest that people have an understanding of e-safety and digital citizenship, as well as use their information literacy and critical thinking skills to communicate and collaborate with others online effectively.
Social media is a powerful tool, but for children, it can be both exciting and dangerous. While it offers chances to learn, connect, and express themselves, it also carries serious risks such as cyberbullying, misinformation, and privacy issues. Children need our collective support not just in using technology, but in understanding how to use it responsibly and safely. If we work together, families, schools, and society, we can help the next generation grow into thoughtful, respectful, and smart digital citizens. Because in the end, it's not just about limiting screen time. It's about teaching kids how to live well in a digital world, and we all have a role to play in this. That's why digital literacy and proper guidance from adults are essential.